How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another automotive news video, but today is going to be a little bit different because we're not looking at a new car. We're not looking generally at, some crazy story, but today we're actually looking about what Porsche is doing down in Chile. Now, if you don't know, they've been for a while now, as far as I think, at least the past few years or so, they've really amped up their investment and research and development into e-fuels. And essentially what e-fuels are, they're fuels through hydrogen, water, any sort of molecular kind of scale substance that you can actually run a car on or run an internal combustion engine on so that basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to find a way where we could still have our internal combustion engine vehicles that we all know and love without, basically completely going over to just electric vehicles, because Porsche is making EVs. Although I really love the fact that they're actually investing in this, because I feel like this is something that nobody is really talking about. And by nobody, I mean no real world government, I think. I don't know, maybe some country out there is talking about it. But as of right now, no first world government is really talking about this. No auto manufacturer, doesn't matter what country they're from, is talking about this. Everyone is just mainly pushing for EVs and hybrids, but mainly EVs. And I have said this multiple times on the channel. There's some EVs out there that I kind of like, but for the most part, I can admit that I have a pretty negative bias towards EVs for, generally speaking, the same reasons that most other car enthusiasts have negative connotations toward EVs. Some of them are pretty awesome. Again, I will admit, some of them have good designs and they're nice for what they are or whatever. But very, very generalized statement, I typically do not like EVs. Now, there's some people out there that say that we need EVs. There's some people out there that say that they love EVs. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with anyone in this video. I want to kind of remain as neutral as possible, although I do have some of that bias out there. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. While you guys are down there, definitely be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff really does help me out a ton. I know I just told you to comment twice, but ignore that. Also, if you already have been subscribed, click that little bell icon down there below. I know it's annoying for you guys to hear, but again, as a smaller car channel here on YouTube, all that stuff really does help me out a ton. But without wasting any more time, guys, today we're going to be actually looking at two separate articles by Car and Driver, and I'm mainly looking at the first one because it kind of is what brought my attention to this today, because it was published today. But the second one has more information, and it was published earlier this year. But anyways, getting into it today. So this is the first article that really caught my eye by Car and Driver. Again, both of these will be linked down in the description below. Porsche fires up production of e-fuel made from water in Chile. So obviously that's an attention grabber right there. I was like, what? E-fuel out of water? Now, I kind of heard about this before. I also know that there was a story about, conspiracy theory about a gentleman who actually made a car run off water, that I guess he had an untimely death. I'm not going to even get into that, but there was a person that actually did this before. However, again, on a kind of manufacturer scale, I don't think that this has ever really been done successfully before. So again, they're working towards carbon-free driving with an internal combustion engine, and they're basically going to be using these lighthouse projects for their first, I guess, batches of e-fuel, and they're hoping to be selling 145 million gallons of this new e-fuel on the open market each year before the end of the decade. Now, that is a pretty strong commitment. So starting from 2023, you got 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 7 years, 7 times 100 and let's say 150, just to kind of keep it round. That's like 7 million plus 3.5. So that's over like 1 billion gallons of this new e-fuel that they're aiming to sell by 2030, which I think is just absolutely crazy. Now, for the most part, for this article, it's kind of short. They talk about some of these centers and how this is, again, not a new idea, which you guys could see right there. But this one, I feel like, has a little bit more information about the actual e-fuel itself. This was published back in April of this year, and this is essentially talking about their initial investment, their $75 million investment into the Chilean company HIF, excuse me. And yeah, they kind of talk about basically how they can use wind energy, how they can use solar energy even for these factories that are going ahead and trying to find water-based synthetic fuels. Now, I'm not going to try to act like an expert. I know about cars. I don't know about chemistry that well. So if you guys want more information, definitely feel free to give these articles a read. I want to give Car and Driver the credit that they deserve. I don't want to kind of just mooch off their kind of writing or whatever. So go there, read it for yourself. But I wanted to kind of throw my opinion in there, and I think that when I title and I thumbnail this video, I'm not even going to be talking about e-fuels or EVs or whatever. I'm simply going to just be talking about my opinion about Porsche. Now, growing up, I was never really a big fan of Porsche. I do have more appreciation of some of their cars now that I've gotten a little bit older, but they've always been like the supercar brand to me, that they kind of make this same looking cars. Now, yes, over generations and generations, the appearances, the designs have changed. The drivetrains have obviously changed a lot over the years, but they've never really caught my eye the same as a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, especially when I was a little kid. Now, again, as I've gotten older, I understand that Porsche is a really badass brand, and actually one of the most expensive cars that I've driven on this channel was a 2018 Porsche GT2 RS. I'll leave that link on top of the video right now if you want to go check that out. But they're really awesome cars, and I'm such a fan of their brand after they're doing this. Now, who knows, maybe it is going to work out, maybe it's not. I don't have a crystal ball, I can't see into the future, but I think that everyone should be a fan, like on both sides of the fence. People that are really rooting for EVs or people that are really rooting for internal combustion engine vehicles, because this kind of satisfies everyone's need. The main reason why everyone wants to go to electric vehicles is to save the planet or be green, although, again, as I've said many times on this channel, the manufacturing of EVs has a lot of negative consequences to the environment as well. So they're not necessarily emission free or carbon neutral, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I think that this solution would not necessarily be, an end-all solution to auto manufacturing. It could be, but I think it would definitely solve a lot of problems with the current direction of the auto market, because even the people that want to go fully electric, they want to go EVs, a lot of them might not have the money to drop $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 on an electric SUV, and instead they're opting for a $30,000 hybrid or something like that. So I don't know, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Again, I've always been a internal combustion engine car enthusiast. I've always kind of been on that side of the fence, so I'm very welcome to other opinions down there. Again, while you're down there, definitely be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff really does help me out a ton. If you stuck to the end of today's video, I really do want to thank you guys for your time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and like always guys, I will see you in the next one. If you enjoyed today's video, click on either of these links right here to watch a similar video from this channel, or click on the little circle link right there to actually subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. I do appreciate all the support, but thank you for sticking to the end of this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day.